What up, it's Chris from LaserLemming.com, and today it pays to wait. This is a theme that I exercise regularly on this channel, but I'm going to be speaking specifically about it today because two very not-so-new games have been announced. Bioshock Infinite, Complete Edition, and Need for Speed Rivals, Complete Edition. Very original titles. So these two games are pretty much exactly what you think they are. They're old games that have been repackaged and resold at a somewhat lower price than they originally came out at, and they are including all the DLC that they should have originally came out with. Now, Bioshock Infinite, I give them a little bit of a pass because when the game was released, it didn't feel like the game had been chopped up just to sell more to you later. It was a complete full story. Granted, it sounds like they did have to cut out their planned multiplayer. At least that's what the rumors were saying. But the game itself, solid game. I thought so, at least. Not everybody thought so, but it was a complete package, and it wasn't a short, chopped up version of what the game would have been. They did come out with DLC later, the Burial at Sea episodes 1 and 2, and that will be included in the game. But those episodes, I believe, took a while to come out, so it was very clear that they focused on developing the game first, and they didn't just split off some other team to work on the DLC that was supposed to be in the original game. So I give them a little bit of a pass because that sounds to me like DLC done right. That's what that sounds like to me. Now, Need for Speed, not so much. Need for Speed is a funny situation because Need for Speed Rivals came out last year, much like Grand Theft Auto 5. People are really hyped up about Grand Theft Auto 5, whatever edition. It's, you know, the superior edition that's coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, and the PC. But this EA one, I'm not going to give as much of a pass on, just because a lot of people were hyped up for the PS4 and Xbox One versions of the game, and the PC version for that matter, because of Grand Theft Auto, I should say, because it didn't come out on those platforms last year. Rockstar rushed to get the game out. They needed to get the game out before the next generation consoles launched, and so they put it out on the 360 and the PlayStation 3. They had to get it out there. Now, Need for Speed Rivals, on the other hand, that game came out everywhere except the Wii U, you know, standard story. So, the Complete Edition is coming out everywhere. It's coming out everywhere. And why is that? Because for the first time in 13 years, EA does not have a new Need for Speed game ready by the end of the year. And that could be for any reason. That could be because they're revamping their engine to get a current-gen exclusive Need for Speed game out by the end of 2015. Maybe, who knows. But if you look at how many platforms these games hit, I could easily see them still trying to put out a 360 and PlayStation 3 version of the game. But that's besides the point. Let's focus on Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition. What does it come with? It comes with almost all the DLC except for the Xbox and PC exclusive something racing DLC. Other than that, the game's probably going to come out at $40 or $50, and it's the game you're supposed to get in the first place. Because you know when you play an EA game, especially an EA racing game, you're going to see a handout asking for more money. And that's what these games are. So, it pays to wait. It pays to wait. And I think a title like Complete Edition is almost insulting. Because it's saying that the game you bought last year is not the Complete Edition. You bought the chopped up edition. You bought the incomplete edition. And now they're asking you for more money. And if you did buy the game full price last year, and you bought the DLC, you're not their target audience, obviously. Unless, of course, you're the psychobabble idiot that needs to just have everything. That needs to have everything EA or everything Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo. If that's you, then that's what they're going for. But that's not what they're going for. They're going for the people like me. They're going for the people like me that waited, that did not want to purchase a game that they knew was not complete. So, it pays to wait. It pays to wait. Because when you do, you send a message. You send a message that, first of all, you're out there. You're the person that's not going to be spending that money. Whether or not they look at you as cheap or poor or whatever it is, they're still going to be fighting for your dollars. And they're going to be fighting harder for your dollars. Granted, they're going to wait. This game isn't coming out until the end of the year. But it's coming out, right? And it's not just EA that does this. Sony does this. Microsoft does this. Several other companies do this. They release complete editions, complete or definitive or remastered. Square does this, Capcom does this. It's not just limited to Western publishers. So it pays to wait. And it's worked out pretty well for me. I don't use this as an official rule for my life. I will pay $60 for a game, especially for a publisher or a developer that I want to support. Or, say in the case of Bayonetta 2, I want Nintendo to know that I want more games. I want more variety on my system, so I'm going to get that game day one. I want Nintendo to know that, so it's a message. But I'm also interested in the game, so Nintendo did a good thing. They bought a quality franchise, or they, got it exclusively, and I'm going to reward them for that with my money. And they're going to be rewarding me with a good game. So it works out. So support the games you want to support, but don't support bad practices. Don't support business practices that fuck you over. That's my 2 cents. Share yours in the comments section below. What do you think about everything I just said? Do you think it pays to wait, or do you have to get that game day one? Are you the kind of person that purchases or pre-purchases day one DLC or season passes? Let me know. Comment section below. Subscribe for more if you haven't already. Check out laserlemming.com. Lots of great articles, news, reviews, editorials too. It's got a comedy channel too. Check that out. Very funny stuff. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.